Hey everyone, Dragonfire here, and today I figured I'll go over a team that people can use if they want. One thing I get asked a lot in my group is for teams for people to use when they're leveling, and they want it to be free-to-play teams so they don't have to do any seal pull ninjas or anything like that. If you watched my um, seal treasure guide, I go over how you should save your seal treasures ideally until level 70. And if you want to try and do that, you're going to need a team to help you get there. So I threw together a team. It's actually a team I used when I was leveling, and here it is. So this is a completely free-to-play team. Um, the only one here that is not farmable is Great Ninja War Kankuro, but you can easily replace him with his standard form. Um, so if we go over here and we look up Kankuro, you can easily put the standard Kankuro in, and it'll work. It'll work fine. Just Great Ninja War Kankuro adds a lot more to it. For those of you who don't know, um, he attacks 2 targets per turn instead of 1, and he has a automatic ignite on his attack, while regular Kankuro only has a poison. Um, Poison can work just as well as ignite, and you can stack it multiple times, so sometimes poison can be better. But the main thing is his special does both poison and ignite instead of just poison. But anyway, so here's the team. We have Hinata up in the front. Her main objective here is to be the tank. So turn 1 you can use her mystery to block all the auto attacks that happen that turn. She'll taunt anyone who is tauntable. So people like like Kankuro or Great Ninja War, like Kankuro, or like the Fire Main with his sleep attack. They're all not tauntable, so they'll still go through and attack who they want. But anyone else will attack Hinata, and her dodge chance is very high when she turns on her mystery. So chances are you're gonna take no hits from it. Um, After that, she loses a bit of her defense, but she's still extremely tanky for high health pool, as well as her passive strong-willed, which means when people attack her, the higher amount of damage they do, the higher her defense and resistance are for that attack. So if they do 10,000 damage, they'll do less to Hinata. Next we have the Fire Main here. Now, this team can work for other mains. The one thing that the only thing the Fire Main needs to add to this team is his chase, the low float to repulse. And it is not 100% needed, because this team does not use a summon. As you see, the summon I have on right now is Tauntaun, because it doesn't need a summon. So if you have your Wind main or Lightning main or any of the mains, and you want to try this team out, you just have to fool around with the summons and get the proper summon that you need to link in your main into the combo. Or if your main has a low float to repulse, just put that on instead, and you'll work perfectly fine here. So also the main for this team, is the combo starter second turn. So one of the flaws of this team is that the combo starter is in second priority. Unfortunately, it has to be that way for the way the team is set up. But while you're leveling, most teams will run a second priority combo starter second turn, and they'll have a tank be their first priority. It's not until you get more to the end game where people step away from tanks and more to shield generators for defense, and then they can put a first priority combo starter. Until then, this team can compete really well. Even if you go up against someone who has a um, first priority move, you, it's still a good team. You just gotta make sure that they don't shut you down with it because you don't have a healer. You don't have anyone that can really get rid of debuffs. The only thing you have on this team, if you're a fire main, you'll have your Genjutsu Mirror return, which you return one debuff per turn. But after that, it it uh, it doesn't work anymore. So debuffs are going to be a problem for this team. Um, so that's the one thing that kills this team is a first priority combo starter will always go off before you, and if their first priority combo is devastating, it's gonna hurt you. But besides that, this team competes pretty well. So in our third slot, we have Sasuke. Um, this Sasuke needs to be 3-star. It needs to be his Shippuden form because we use all 3 of his chase. His mystery isn't as important to the team. The only 2 lightning ninjas we have is himself and Hinata. So it is nice, but at the same time, we do not need it. The main thing we use him for is his 3 chases, and he has a good amount of damage that he has to the team. And then in the 4th row, we have our Kankuro, or Great Ninja War Kankuro, whichever one you want to use, and he's a lot of the team's damage. So every turn, you're going to get 2 ignites on it on the enemy team, just with his auto attack, and you're going to get not your full combo guaranteed, but you're going to get a lot of your combo guaranteed because he causes low float with his regular attack. So that means first turn, you're going to be able to get your low float from him, repulse from your main, knockdown and acupuncture from Hinata, then knockdown with Hinata, and then he will go in for knock down the low float, and he'll cause a poison, and then Sasuke will come in and do a low float to repulse. So right there, you're getting a bunch of attacks in, you're getting an acupuncture, and you're getting a poison. Oh, and imprison. I forget if you're using fire main, you'll get the imprison. But if you're using any other mains, you won't get that. But yeah, so it's not your full combo, but it is a lot of good things from your combo. So besides that, like I said, your summon can be anything. So if you need to link in another main, use something that will link it into the combo. And if you're using this exact team with the fire main, you can use Tauntaun, Chameleon, or another summon that won't destroy your summon, your combo. Just make sure if you put on a summon with this team that it doesn't break your combo. So that's why I use Tauntaun or Chameleon. Tauntaun will do more damage to a single target. Chameleon will spread that damage to multiple targets. So it's up to you which one you want to use. So let's look at the talents really quick. Just to give you an idea of what I do. So on my main, I have my Dragon Flame Jutsu because it is the only one of a fire mains that can start a combo, and I'm using my main to start the combo. So that's why I have it in. My auto attack, I have the sleep. If you're using fire main, the sleep or the flame jutsu will be good. If you are high enough level to have these unlocked, the bomb dance would work as well. The only reason I use the sleep jutsu is because it is a good amount of control to put in. And with your Genjutsu Mirror, if you fire another fire main with it, you'll use your sleep. It'll reflect off his mirror, then reflect off your mirror, and it'll hit him again. So it's a pretty much a guaranteed hit on your sleep. The next we have the low flow to repulse chase, which is needed. So if you have a low flow to repulse chase on your main, you either have to turn it on, or you have to use a summon to link yourself in. Then we have the Genjutsu Mirror, which will reflect a debuff per turn, and then we have our clone. Now, one reason this team can work with any main is because I don't rely on any skills from the fire main itself besides his chase, which you can fix with a summon, and his combo starter, which mostly every main has a combo starter as a mystery. If you have attackers unlocked, the standard ghost kill tactic will work great for this. You have Hinata in the front getting plus life. You have your main in the mid getting plus attack, which isn't for fire main isn't optimal. He relies on ninjutsu more, but you gotta do what you gotta do. And then in the back, you have Sasuke getting his nin, which is good. And then you have Kankuro getting nin, which he benefits more from Tai. So ideally, if these two could be switched, they could, but it doesn't really work too well with that. So one other thing you gotta think of is puppet placements and clone placements. So the way I have it set up now is my main will put his clone above Hinata, and then Kankuro will put his puppet above my main up here. And the reason you want the setup to be like that is because you don't want Kankuro's puppet dying. It provides a lot to your attack, and if your clone does die, it can sit there and tank for Sasuke. So you want to try and protect that puppet. That's why the clone's in the front, and then you have Hinata that protects the main and the Kankuro itself. So now, let's take a look at this team in combat. I'll be showing you a clip of it fighting in Easy Pain TI. So, see you then. Alright, so this is a video of me testing out the team in a TI instance. I think this was Pain Easy. But first turn, what you're probably most likely going to want to do with this team is turn on your Hinata buff. With that buff, she'll be able to block all auto attacks the first round. Well, majority of all auto attacks. Some will go through to your fire main clone or your main's clone, whatever you're using. But other than that, she should be able to block all that come in. Second turn, you can use your main abilities. If it's 20 chakra, you'll also be able to use Sasuke's ability. Your main, I said it before, it has to start the combo. The fire main, Dragon Flame, and his Repulse chase, or his low float chase, work perfectly for that team and will make the team able to get off their full combo. If you're using the fire main, Kankuro in the back will also be able to get off the full combo with his skill. And as you've seen with Nagendo there, the sleep stops his ability from going off, and that's a really big reason why you want to run sleep if you're using fire main. So I popped Sasuke's buff there on the second turn because my combo starter is only 20 chakra. And his buff, his field isn't too important. It will only buff himself and Hinata. But it's mostly you turn it on for you have another skill to use. And just you squeak out a bit more damage. And in the end, it's more damage. You can never complain about having more damage. But it's not necessary. That's why we don't turn it on first turn. Instead, we prioritize Hinata. So, as you can see with the setup with the puppets, my main's clone is in front of the Sasori puppet, or the Crow puppet, depends on which Kankuro you're using. And the reason we have that is because we want it to survive. And so you can see right now, before they can get to my puppet, they have to go through my clone. My clone's a lot less useful than my puppet. So the battle's almost over here, and as you see, it's had no trouble with this. I'm also level 85, so that would help a little bit. But as you can see, the team works fine. The combo's great, and you don't need any summons. So thanks for watching. Have a great day.